The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files Newz report. So worldwide, we had 3.6 million confirmed COVID-19 cases, and over 250,000 people have died from it worldwide. That's over 250,000 people deceased. You're also talking about in the United States, the death toll expecting to top 70,000 today. Now, there are a couple studies that suggest that COVID-19 is going to hit even harder. You have a draft FEMA report, FEMA Federal Emergency Management Agency. They are expecting the daily death toll to actually reach 3,000 deaths per day by June 1st. That's a 70% increase than what the current rate is. Also, the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington, they're actually expecting the death toll to reach 135,000 by August. So even though that's happening, you still got states opening up their businesses, like Ron DeSantis in Florida, opening up beaches and all that. They actually had to close, Miami Beach had to actually close the park because people weren't abiding by the social distancing rules and all of that. But the restaurants are allowed to open, whatever. That's in Florida. Over in Cali, Governor Gavin Newsom, he opened some businesses, even though they'll have to make some accommodations for social distancing and curbside pickup or whatever. But, like, you know, America is trying to reopen, but is it the time? If y'all felt paranoid about people getting sick before, what makes now, with the numbers that we have, the time to, like, open shit up? Greenwood on graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files Newz report. So China is basically calling out the Trump administration, calling them liars, basically. Chinese state media calling on Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to present some evidence on these unsubstantiated claims that that COVID-19 started in a laboratory in Wuhan, China. Now, this is something that Pompeo as well as Donald Trump has been saying. They said they've seen hard evidence that shows that. They're not sharing the evidence. This goes against what the World Health Organization has said, the U.S. intelligence community has said, and as well as most scientists, including Dr. Anthony Fauci, the top coronavirus expert in the White House and the director of National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases. They've all said that it's most likely that it came from like an animal. You know, it's been suggested that it was like from bats or whatever, but from animal to human transmission. And there's even a new intelligence report given to the Five Eyes Alliance, which is the US, Canada, Britain, New Zealand, and Australia, that it's hardly possible that it actually started in the lab. Whatever that means. We'll stay tuned. Greenwood on graduate. New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files Newz report, man. Make sure you check out my mixtape at @still_I_grind. It's not on that pic. It is not on my mixtapes. It is an Instagram page with freestyles that I'm actually keep on adding to. Shit that just comes straight from my head, and it goes in. I put it in an artistic manner and serve it up for y'all as a prelude to the album Still I Grind that's on the way. But make sure you check out the mixtape, and you can also see a link at the page that allow you to watch the video all the way through on YouTube. 24-minute runtime, straight heat. Now check this out though. The MDC, y'all remember the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn? Remember when Tamika Mallory and my son was out there protesting, trying to get them to basically turn on the heat in the middle of the winter or whatever? So, you know what I mean? People was in there like damn near freezing to death. Well, this same MDC is actually part of a class action lawsuit that's being filed by the prisoners at MDC against them for basically, one, it seems like they're destroying their medical records for the purpose of obscuring how many people are actually testing positive for COVID-19, and therefore allowing them to like not give them any proper medical care and all of that. This is according to a report filed by the former medical director of New York City jails as part of this class action lawsuit. And also attorneys with the federal defenders of New York have actually alleged that they are the MDC staff is preventing the prisoners from being able to talk with their lawyers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Greenwood on graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files Newz report. All of my white followers, brace yourselves, y'all. This is gonna be a hard hit. Yo, JCrew, the clothing retail store that was actually forced to close all of its stores around the entire country due to COVID-19, they are actually filing for bankruptcy. So they are in some trouble financially. Maybe they'll bounce back. They say they plan to stay in business. So, but as you have already noticed, they're all closed throughout the country, and it might be that way for some time. Greenwood on graduation. New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. Let me ask y'all something. Have your student loans been garnished out of your checks? You know what I'm saying? Has government come, because you have student loans, taking that check and said, I'm taking this much, or give me the whole thing? You know what I mean? Well, there are a lot of student loan holders that are actually suing the Secretary of the Department of Education, Betsy DeVos, for doing exactly that, garnishing wages for federal student loan payments, even after a new law that's been put during this COVID-19 pandemic has prohibited them from doing so. Greenwood graduate. The New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So world leaders, wealthy individuals, and other organizations have actually joined together, combined efforts for a movement spearheaded by the European Union to actually raise money, $8 billion to be exact, to actually fund a vaccine for COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, coronavirus disease 2019, that Rona, and also treatments for the disease as well. So far, the European Union pledged $1 billion. Norway pledged $1 billion. Canada put up 850 M's. Now, the United States has actually not put up any money and actually refused to take part in the initiative, which I think is very interesting. It shows more so the ideology of the people in the executive branch of the White House in the U.S. to not believe that, or avoid going the vaccine route, which I'm personally all for, but you know, some people feel differently because people are dying from this shit. We'll see how this turns out. Greenwood on graduation. The New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So over in Russia, COVID-19 cases keep surging, where you have right now 155,000 confirmed infections of coronavirus disease 2019, or SARS-CoV-2, that Rona, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you check out BFN World Broadcast number 17. You can find a video at the top of the page of the blackfoxnews.com website, which you can find a link for at the Instagram page of Black Fox News in the bio. Now, and as far as Russia, that's again 155K as far as confirmed cases and 1,400 deaths. Now, authorities are planning on investigating these 3 mysterious falls by hospital workers that have taken place over the past couple of weeks, where they're falling from hospital windows. 2 of them actually died. 1 person survived, this doctor, who had previously put out a social media video calling out Russia and these hospitals for not having adequate medical equipment and forcing him to still work even though he tested positive for COVID-19. So Russian authorities are apparently investigating all 3 cases. Greenwood on graduation. The New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. Wow. In the United Kingdom, they're actually reporting that they have a death toll that's topped over 32,000 people. 32,000 people have died. That makes them actually first for COVID-19 deaths in Europe, and they have the 2nd highest value in the world. Only second to, of course, the United States. US has to be number 1, don't they? Now check this out though. In France, at the same time, they found that they had a coronavirus disease case as early as December, which goes against other thoughts of how COVID-19 had been spreading when the earliest case was. So it's going back to December. It actually more so leans towards the idea that maybe the spread of COVID-19 in the US didn't necessarily come from China, may have come from Europe. You know what I mean? We'll see. Greenwood on graduation. The New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. Now, remember I told y'all how in Venezuela 10 unidentified armed men had actually landed in this boat in a port city near Caracas, Venezuela, and the Venezuelan authorities killed 8 of these men and detained the other 2, and they were suspected of being U.S. Special Forces, right? Well, it turns out that they definitely were. They officially detained, and Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, actually yesterday showed the 2 passports of the men that they detained. One person being Aaron Berry, and Luke Denman. Now, former U.S. Green Beret Jordan Gaudreau, or Goudreau, is how you spell that last name, actually confirmed that these 2 men were actually helping him in an attempt to detain Maduro. Now, they had suspected that they had stopped a coup attempt, basically attempt to overthrow the government, where Nicolas Maduro basically said yesterday in Spanish how the Mike Pompeo was betting on this attack working, and that they were trying to, like, you know, end the revolution, destroy the constitution, kill him, and overthrow the government. You know, God save us and help us all. So shit is real over there in real time. In present time, the United States has attempted to thwart, you know, or possibly even kill, most likely kill, the president of a whole nother country. Green War and Graduation. The New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So over in Colombia and Sudamerica, you actually have an investigative report that shows that the military of Colombia, they actually had a military surveillance program that monitored over 130 individuals, including like Colombian politicians, union leaders, some journalists, domestically and international journalists, including journalists at the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times over here in the United States. The military apparently the Colombian military has a database of personal data of these individuals, including like home addresses, you know, phone numbers, who their friends and colleagues are, and all of that shit. So it got real deep. Now, press freedom groups are actually calling on right-wing Colombian President Iván Duque to actually investigate the matter. Apparently 11 military officials and a military general have actually been ousted from the Colombian military due to the scandal. Green War and Graduation. The New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So it is official over in Sudan, Africa. Sudan has officially outlawed female genital mutilation, or the removal and destruction of female genitals, basically. You know, look it up if you don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Nevertheless, it is said that 9 out of 10 women in Sudan have actually undergone the practice. So I wonder how, in outlawing it, how the women, 90% of women who have gone this are going to feel about the 10% of women and these upcoming ages of women who haven't done it. There's probably going to be some jealousy there, right? Naturally. United Nations, that's a United Nations estimate, by the way. You know, people are celebrating the move, but they feel like there's a lot of work that's going to need to be done to enforce that this is going on. It's actually said that female genital mutilation is practiced in over 90 countries worldwide. Green War and Graduation. The New World Order Bishop Grady let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So the secretary for the U.S. Senate has actually rejected a request by Joe Biden to search for records of any like complaints filed by Tara Reid and any of the records against Joe Biden while he was senator, due to the fact that Tara Reid actually has recently accused, and I told y'all about this, accused Joe Biden of sexual misconduct, basically, in their past workings, and that said that it actually led to sexual harassment, and her refusal to participate actually led to her being ostracized in the world of politics, and actually led to her firing. Joe Biden has denied these allegations, even though Tara Reid has come out, said so publicly, interviewed about it, and even interviewed from our main source, Democracy Now! And you know, it has a clear side of the story, but Joe Biden is saying that's some bullshit. He has, though, however, rejected the request of other reporters have called for Joe Biden to request his senatorial records be shown at the University of Delaware, but he's refused to do so, and they're sealed off from the public. Green War and Graduation. The New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So Tim Bray, a top engineer and vice president at Amazon, has actually resigned over Amazon's recent handlings of like whistleblowers and people who've demonstrated against unsafe work conditions at these Amazon warehouses by firing them. Tim Bray put out a blog post that basically said, you know, there's been like a vein of toxicity running through the company culture, and I refuse to neither drink nor serve that poison, essentially. So, you know what I mean? There you have it. Green War and Graduation, devil. New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So, the Michance Dunlap Gittins, this was actually a 17-year-old African-American teenager that actually was murdered in King County, Washington State, that is, after he was actually killed during a sting operation that took place killed by sheriff deputies when they had actually had a failed sting operation that falsely targeted Me Chance's friend. So the King County actually have apologized and granted a $2.25 million settlement and a formal apology, which I think both are very necessary for things like that. And you know, just another black kid dead and money being thrown at the situation. At this point now, it seems like you got a kid out here that gets killed, you know what I'm saying? You black, like, you know what I mean? It's almost like a lottery ticket, man. Maybe it's just due for our fucking pain being in the United States of America. We ain't want graduation, man.